Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to a match here on WWE 2K25. This one is the second of our two semi-final matches in our hardcore #1 contendership tournament. This one is the Sandman, Penta, Masato Tanaka, and Sabu. I would suggest if you've not already, go back and watch the first of the two semis because I am going to be discussing who won the previous match. So if you don't want to know, then make sure you go and check that one out first. But basically, we know the champion is Terry Funk. He will be defending the belt in a four-way match tomorrow at our pay-per-view. It'll be against the winner of the previous semi-final, the winner of this semi-final, and then the two runners-up from the two semi-finals will face each other later on today to be the fourth and final man in that match. So Penta got here when he won a match last week with Chessman and Mil Muertes, and Penta is currently sitting in our ranking system in 75th position on +6 after 42 matches. Next up then, we have got Masato Tanaka, who is here because he won a triple threat match against both Rhino and Mike Awesome. And Tanaka, I need to do some more stuff with Masato Tanaka because he's had 7 matches so far in our universe mode, and I feel like every single one has been against Mike Awesome. But yeah, Masato Tanaka currently sits on +5 after 7 matches. Next up then, we have got the Sandman. Still really cool to think the Sandman's actually in this game, you know. The Sandman then is here because he defeated Cibernetico and New Jack last week in a triple threat match. And Sandman currently sits on -1 in our ranking system so far after 10 matches. And the fourth and final man in this match is Sabu. He defeated La Parka and Jeff Hardy in a triple threat match to get here, and Sabu currently sits in the ranking system in 149th position on +3 after 20 matches. So yeah, basically in this one then, we do have no disqualifications, no countouts. Weapons are not only allowed, but encouraged. And there is a point for every elimination you cause, and minus a point for being eliminated. So remember, this is Fatal 4-Way elimination rules. So to win, all 3 of your opponents have to be pinned or submitted. Not by you, it can be by anybody, I suppose. You just have to be the last man standing. Right then, the bell goes. We are underway. So like I said, if you've not watched the other semi-final, I've been holding off, but I am going to tell you who won it in a very short period of time. So if you've not watched the other semi-final that was on earlier, Raven, Abyss, Pagano, and Bruiser Brody, I suggest you go back and check that one out first before I do say, just in case you don't want spoilers. Are you gone? Is everyone gone? Is everyone good? Okay. So yeah, that match earlier on this afternoon, then we saw Pagano come out victorious in that Fatal 4-Way. Pretty interesting match. It was pretty well balanced as well. We saw 3 different people getting the elimination as well, which was interesting. Pagano moves on to that championship match tomorrow at the pay-per-view. But also Raven was the person who finished second in that, so he is already the first person in the last chance runners-up deathmatch later on today. So whoever wins this will join Pagano and Terry Funk in that match tomorrow, and whoever finishes second in this match will join Raven in that last chance saloon deathmatch later on this afternoon. And of course, everyone's looking to get some big ranking points as Sandman dropping the double axe handle right onto Masato Tanaka, then dropping him with the double fingers. Well, that'd be an interesting match. I don't know what I've got. I'm just thinking about the invasion. It looks like we're going to do an invasion next week based on the votes. And if you've not voted already, make sure you go and check it out on the channel. We put a poll out for what show you guys want next week. And at the moment, it's WWF versus WCW versus ECW that is winning. And I think, well, Sabu and Sandman are definitely involved in that somewhere or another. I believe Sabu. Well, Sandman is lined up to face Terry Funk and Cactus Jack in a triple threat. They're all triple threats, by the way, the next couple of weeks. Where's, where is he? Where's Sabu? I know he's in there somewhere. He must be in there somewhere, surely. We definitely booked Sabu. We didn't book Sabu. Bloody hell, okay. Gonna have to fix that one then. Wow, PJ Toby's gonna be furious to figure out we didn't book Sabu. So I'll have to try and find a place for him to squeeze in. That's mad that we missed Sabu, you know. I'm sure we can find someone to squeeze him in. I'll have to message him now. Let him remember that we missed Sabu. Where is he? PJ Toby. I want to see what his response is while I tell him. We forgot Sabu. There we go. Let's see what he comes back with. He's going to ring me now. You watch. I bet he rings. Just in case I'm going to turn my phone onto mute. There we go. Right, Penta dropping Sabu across the knee. I mean, who could face Sabu from WCW and WWE that we would try to do as well, so that for the full 2 weeks we're not duplicating anybody, which I think is pretty cool. But I feel like we might have to do so because, yeah, there's a lot of... we can't miss Sabu. I think Sabu's the only one, the big one that we've missed, though, to be honest. I mean, we got RVD's in there, Taz is in there, Sandman, Tajiri, Eddie Guerrero, Jerry Lynn, Super Crazy, Tommy Dreamer, Raven. Yeah, we should be fine. We'll find a way. We'll squeeze him in. And Sabu now with the pile driver on Penta. Drops into the pin for the 1, the 2, only a 2 count. Yeah, some of the matches are really interesting. We've got one match which is just all about people being high, and it's the Godfather versus 2 Cold Scorpio versus RVD. The Mile High match. Oh, the trash can lid launched by Masato Tanaka, dropping the Sandman. Has Masato Tanaka booked in for that pay-per-view as well? He's in there. Ken Shamrock versus Tank Abbott versus Masato Tanaka. So we booked Tanaka, we booked Sandman, but we forgot Sabu somehow. I think we've got the Hardy Boys in there as a tag team. It's actually really good because we are going to be utilising a lot of tag teams as well. So the women's rankings is not women's and tag team rankings have generally been sort of left out quite a bit. So it's going to be really good for getting some movement around in those divisions, I think. Here's one for you, Omega, if you're watching, by the way. We've got an Express match. So you've got the Orient Express versus the Midnight Express versus the Rock and Roll Express. Big leg drop to the outside there by Sabu onto Penta. Rolls him over. There's the pin. For the 1, the 2. Only a 2 count. Look at this. Sabu and Sandman just staring each other down there. I don't quite know what happened there, to be honest. There's the stiff forearm now into the pin. For the 1, for the 2, and for the 3. Penta is gone. Eliminated by Masato Tanaka. That was earlier than I expected, to be honest. I mean, based on the other semi-final where nobody ever seemed to want to leave. Okay, so Masato Tanaka. There he is. Gets himself a point. For the elimination, moves up to a +6 after 7 matches. And it's Penta, who's the surprising one, to be honest. Penta is now dropping down to a +5 after 43 matches. Sabu now rolling through. Sandman drops him. And into the camel clutch submission hold. Masato Tanaka now has the light tube straight across the spine of the Sandman. Yeah, some of these matches are really bloody good, though. I mean, we got one match planned in for Invasion, which is Owen Hart versus Dean Malenko versus Jerry Lynn. And I might just be me being a super nerd, but that one gets me wet, that one, I tell you. I really should shut up sometimes, you know? Okay, it is what it is. Sandman now swinging around Janice. There's the pin. Remember, the next person eliminated is out of this for good. But the final two still will have the chance. One will move on to the pay-per-view tomorrow. The other one will move on to the Last Chance Saloon match later on today. Sabu able to escape at the back and chopping away at the knee of the Sandman. Masato Tanaka swinging that kendo stick and swings it again. There's the pin for the one, for the two. Only a 2 count. I think we have also utilized all of the new DLC as well, which would be cool. So we get a chance to use all the new DLC. I mean, there's still a chance things might change. Don't get me wrong. There's still a chance things might change based on the vote, but at the moment the vote is looking pretty much one-sided. 74% of the votes at the moment have gone the way of, sorry, 71% of the votes so far have gone the way of Invasion. We'll see what happens. It's your chance to vote. If you don't want to see it, you've got a couple of days left. Well, probably 1 day left, actually. I'm going to start recording tomorrow, so pull your finger out. There's the pin now by the Sandman on Tanaka. Only a 2 count. Sandman now in control of Tanaka. Sabu rolling through Sandman. Masato Tanaka now with the trash can lid gets taken up and dropped in with a power driver. And look, a lovely Hurricanrana takedown there by Sandman on Sabu. There's the pin. It's only a 2 count. Tanaka now rolling up Sandman. There's the pin. And it's still only a 2 count. Sandman has himself the light tube straight across the shins of Sandman. Sabu brings Tanaka back up to a standing base. Once again, straight in to the ring post. Remember, the next person eliminated from this match is out of this competition for good. Kendo stick, discus, forearm attempted by Masato Tanaka. I don't think he really got it. Sabu now dropping Tanaka with that drop toe hold onto the baseball bat where it's covered in barbed wire. Now locking in the camel clutch. Still not enough. Sandman has Janice. Yeah, I've said about this already. I might remove Janice from this match, to be honest. Because Sandman just swearing at everybody. Why not? Right then, we are back. Sorry, we lost the system there for a moment. We're back. Oh my God, look at the blood underneath Masato Tanaka on the crown. That is a lot of crimson. Tanaka now, oh, there's the Janice from right between the eyes of Sabu once again. And again, right between the eyes of Sandman. So whoever wins this, obviously, is going to be a full-on ECW person that's going to be heading out. And it's going to be a full-on ECW person that faces off against Raven later on. I say full-on. I mean, Masato Tanaka did quite a bit of ECW, but nowhere near as much as both Sandman and Sabu, I suppose. Those two were real long-standing people. Who's Stone Cold Steve Austin? Okay, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret Hart, and Brian Pillman. Okay. We'll find somebody for Sabu to face, don't you worry. We're not going to do a full pay-per-view involving ECW and not book Sabu. That'd be crazy. There's a headlock and a strike in the face by Sandman, sending Tanaka straight into the ring steps. And now again, Janice. Janice gets so much use in these matches, I tell you. It really, really does. discus forearm. There goes Sabu, dropping to the ground like a sack of spuds. There's the pin for the 1, for the 2, and for the... No! That was close. That was super close there. Sabu now taking... Nope. Sandman felt it coming, sending Sabu in with a high angle backdrop. There's the kendo stick right between the eyes of Sandman by Tanaka. Tanaka is really busted open. Tanaka looking like an absolute hardcore legend right now. And there's a loose powerbomb by Tanaka, stacked up for the pin, for the 1, for the 2, and for the 3, and Sabu is gone. Sabu eliminated. He drops down to a +2 after 21 matches. And it was Masato Tanaka who has had both eliminations so far in this match, I've just realised. So Tanaka gets the extra point, moves up to a +7 after 7 matches. There's the discus forearm as well, dropping the Sandman. There's the pin for the 1, for the 2, and for the... No! It were close though, wasn't it? It were proper close, that were. But Tanaka now wrenching away at the knee and at the ankle of the Sandman. And at the moment, it looks clear to me like it will be a Masato Tanaka moving into the final. He's been so dominant today, both eliminations. Slamming the face of Sandman into the apron. And now look at that swinging Janice once again. Look at these strikes. Oh my God. Tanaka now gets caught with the elbows in the gut. And now up goes... Oh! Look at this, Sandman showing everyone in the crowd an opportunity to see Tanaka get a good picture. Drops him in the pile driver. There's the pin for the 1, for the 2, and for the... No! How is that not enough still? That's crazy, that, you know. The Sandman now wrenching back at the neck. Tanaka able to break free. But again, it's the elbows right into the gut. Sandman drags. Oh. Are we actually going to see... Oh, come on. We've never seen anybody get put through a freaking table in this game. We finally had the opportunity and it's been taken away from us. And it's still only a 2 count though. Tanaka now swinging the nailed Janice again, hits the Sandman, and this time Masato Tanaka gets a clean sweep in this one. This guy is milking points this year, isn't he? He's now just moved up to a +9 after 8 matches, getting himself all 3 eliminations in this one and the win. So he won the triple threat, which gave him +3 points. He's won this fatal 4-way elimination with all 3 of the eliminations, which has got him 4 points. That's +7 in the space of a week. It just shows you can do it. It's just not necessarily the people I was expecting to do it is the problem, but there you go. It is what it is, I suppose. But either way, Masato Tanaka then is moving on to the match at the pay-per-view tomorrow to join Terry Funk and Pagano for the Hardcore Championship. And then we have one more match to decide the 4th and final person. And we now know that match will be between Raven and the Sandman. And that will be later on this afternoon. So make sure you check that bad boy out. Boom, there we go. I mean, I thought Sandman had it won there, by the way. The DDT showing... the pile driver showing everybody exactly what he was about to do. but it wasn't enough. I mean, look at the blood. I mean, Masato Tanaka must have lost about 2 or 3 pints of blood here today. And there we go, Tanaka. He is a beast. He really is a beast. I mean, I would have liked to have seen maybe Sandman or Sabu get the opportunity, but I can't begrudge Masato Tanaka. He's an absolute beast and someone who I look forward to seeing fight again tomorrow in the pay-per-view. Right, but let me leave it then. Good night, God bless. I'll be the same. Thank you much for watching. I'll see you up next then for the hardcore... No, I'll see you next for the tag team #1 contendership finals. America's Most Wanted versus Future Shock. Whoever wins that match will go on to face off against the Hardy Boys at the pay-per-view for the tag team championships. And then we will have Raven versus Sandman later on in that Last Chance Saloon death match to be the 4th and final person in the Hardcore Championship match on Sunday. Before our final match of the day, the Next Gen Gauntlet match. Leon Slater, Javon Evans, Obafemi, Vikinho, Chris Bay, Dragon Lee, Bron Breakker, Dominic Mysterio, Wesley, and Charlie Dempsey. Good night.